Hello. Hi guys. This is Donna. Let me see if I can get things straight here. My goodness. Hello. My last Facebook Live before the end of the year. Let me get out my little doohickey here. This is my end of year special. Let me see where I can put this. I've got so much on my desk. About, I don't know, right about there maybe. So how are you? If you're watching me live, say hello. Thanks for watching. If you're watching the replay, you can still say hello and leave a comment. Goodness, how was everybody's holiday? Oh my goodness. I am glad it's over. It wasn't real eventful for me this year, but that's okay. I think I needed the time to kind of veg and relax a little. Oh, I got my coffee over here. Let me get that out of the way before I spill it. As I squeeze in a little sip. So, what I decided to do today is, I don't know if I got all my Christmas cards out as much as I could anyway before the before Christmas, and I decided that I wanted to make a few New Year's cards because either I forgot a couple of people that I should do, like one of my neighbors sent me a New Year card, and I know she does that every year. She sends like a photo of her family, nice family photo, and with a little blurb about what's going on in her life and, you know, what they celebrated, I guess, for the past year. So I just got that card. It reminded me that I wanted to do this. So I am doing a New Year's card today, and I was going to show you some of the new product, but then I thought you guys can't order the new product until January 5th. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, ooh, just knocked a bunch of stuff off my desk. This is the new mini catalog. I can't open it per demonstrator policy, but here's the new mini catalog. It starts January 5th, and we are also celebrating Celebration, and also January 5th, and that is only January and February. There will not be another celebration this year, so we're told anyway. We used to have it once a year, and then the last couple of years they've done it twice a year, but now we are only, as far as they've told us, this is going to be it, January and February, and we don't know if they're going to come out with anything after this brochure. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they like to surprise us just as much as surprising you guys. So I can't show you the inside, like I said, but if you're not familiar with Celebration, is when you shop either this mini catalog or our big annual catalog and spend $50, you get to choose items out of this brochure. And I can zoom in and you can kind of get a sneak peek because we're allowed to show the cover. But these are a couple stamp sets, some pretty flowers. I do have a couple of things I've been working on because I have 2 scrapbook weekends coming up that I'll be vending at, and I teach the card classes there also. But anyway, so that's going on January 5th. So I know, I'm like, why should I tease you with a future product that you can't buy yet? Hi, Susan, how are you? So I thought, you know what? I am going to do what I said and make New Year's cards. So I pulled out, you guys remember this wonderful set of paper, this Lights Aglow, that ended up going on, oh gosh, it went on back order, and then it came back, and then it sold out, and it's really pretty. But I used it in my holiday class, and I had all these, look at this, all this black left, right? And I decided I'm going to use it to make a New Year's card. So I have taken 2 papers from that Brightest Glow paper. Brightest Glow, Lights Aglow. I forget, not that it matters because you can't buy it anymore, but Lights Aglow. These are the two papers I used. You can use whatever you want. I'm just going to show you a kind of a fun card. I started playing with it and I haven't finished it. So I said, you know what, I'm just going to make it for these guys. So what you'll need, like I said, is a couple of sheets of paper. And I've already cut the black down to 4 by 5 1/4. All right, and I'm using the Brightest Glow stamp set because it has the Happy New Year. Now, some of our other ones have Happy New Year in it. There's the handmade tag one, it's separate. New Year's is separate from Happy, but there's a few. And you can type in, when you're on Stampin' Up website, if you go to donnasingleton.stampinup.net, you can type in the search bar, type in New Year's, and it'll pull up anything that has the word New Year's in it. You may get a lot of other stuff, anything with the word new in it possibly, but at least it's a way of getting some of the New Year's statements. And you could do that with sympathy, whatever you'd like. I went ahead and embossed some things, but I am going to do it again. I think what I've decided is I want to do it, I think, on this circular one. Now, these are the coordinating, this is from the coordinating die. Let's see, it's right here. It is called Labels Aglow, and you can get the bundle, the stamp set, because I'm using this stamp set, like I said, just for the New Year's, the Happy New Year. I'm poking out the little holes because sometimes they get stuck, and I'm using my take your pick tool. But here, I jotted some info down. I jotted down the Brightest Glow stamp set is $25, and it is continuing into the new catalog. So you don't have to rush and get the bundle because the bundle is also continuing. They didn't say, I have my book here, and I don't have anything written down as far as retiring. So this is on page 33 of our current, where's the front page? Let me show you. This is the current. It ends tomorrow, right? December. So, but I have a host code. If you shop with me, the end of the month, I'll be sending you a gift. I'm not sure what it is yet. I have a couple ideas. It might be an embellishment pack. It might be some goodies that I found in my room that I didn't know I had, because I have been cleaning my craft room and I am finding stuff that I did not know I had. And oh, also, here's something too. See this? Look at this. This is a glue holder, and a friend of mine is making them for me. And look, it says donnascreativespace.com. I'm so excited. And they hold your glue. You probably can't see it from an angle, but they hold your glue standing up. He's actually put this little silicone here so you can take off this plastic piece but save it, but then this sits on your table and it won't move, so you can keep it there, right? And then it'll pull off, and then you just put this little plastic piece back. So I'm selling these for $5. I haven't figured out what shipping is yet, but they're really great to have. And I did sell a couple at one of my scrapbook weekends. He originally made me in this color just as what do you call that, a demo type of thing. And I asked for them to be done in purple and to see if he could put my business name, Donna's Creative Space, on there, and he could. So I'm so excited. So those are $5. So if you're interested, let me know. I'm going to be bringing them to the 2 scrapbook weekends that I have coming up. I'm not going this weekend, but next weekend and the weekend after, I have scrapbook weekends. Okay, I'm going to do embossing today. So I'll be using Versamark ink. So there's the number if you need to buy some. If you're not into embossing yet, it's really a lot of fun. And I thought that it was kind of needed for this particular card because I'm using the paper that has the bright gold in it. And I did some cutting ahead of time. I've got some shapes. This was from the Stylish Shapes. I've got some cut out of both gold foil and then the gold distress. Just different shapes. Here's one. I think I'm going to end up with the gold foil. I don't think I like the way the gold matches. If you're not familiar, we do have our very vanilla paper that comes in thick or regular, and the envelopes also, and that's perfect for what we're doing today because we are going to I mean, since this background, you could use white if that's all you have, but I'm going to use Very Vanilla. And do I have another piece? Let me see. I have to cut. Oops, I don't see a piece. I want to have an inside piece, so let me go ahead and cut a piece 5 1/4. Let me move that away for a second. So I want to cut a piece 5 1/4 by 4. That's going to be my inside piece, even though, now this is the regular thickness of Very Vanilla. I used the thick. This is the thick. You can't tell probably from video, but believe me, one's thick and one is thin. This is going to be my inside. You do not need to use an inside, but here's the inside of the one I just did. I haven't finished it, but I think it kind of looks, I did it this way because I don't know if you can see the embossing, but I was doing the embossing and I don't want to emboss on the inside of the card and then mess up. So I thought I'll do it on a separate piece and I'll insert it. And I actually think it looks a little bit more elegant having it on a separate piece. Okay, so let's get started. So I have this piece already cut. This piece, I'm going to cut a bunch of circles out of it and I'll show you in a second. And I'm using some of the pretty gold ribbon that we have. This is the Golden Vanilla ribbon and I just love it. It's so pretty. All right. This is the idea that I've started with, and I haven't gone any further than this. I'm going to be doing it right here. So, first things first, what I decided to do is create my own background. So I have, like I said, a 4 inch by 5 1/4 piece of the Designer Series paper. Does this seem kind of dark to you guys? I'm wondering if I should put on my overhead light. Hang on. I don't know if it will change anything, but I just feel like it looks a little dark, but maybe it's just me. Okay, so 4 by 5 1/4. I'm going to be working on my silicone mat, which if you don't have one of these are great. See, I have some glue on here. The glue just rolls off. This is the liquid glue I was using earlier, but the same thing. The tape doesn't even stick to it, so it's great to use. And you can also just take it to the sink and wash it. All right, so I am going to decorate the back of this with a bunch of circles. I've already started cutting. I've got my 1 1/4 punch, my 1 3/8 inch punch, my 1 inch punch, and my 3/4 of an inch punch. You can use if you don't have these punches, you can use the layering circle dies that we have. That will work also. So I had gone and I cut out a bunch of circles, so punched out a bunch of circles. So I'm just going to go ahead and I can get a couple more out of this. In this little section over here, this paper is just so pretty. And then I'm going to grab my scissors. Gosh, it seems like last week I had no power. A couple of you saw that on Facebook. I went online and real quick, I could do it on my phone, but I had no computer. I had no internet, put it that way. So I chose a couple of those. I chose not to come live. I hate having no power. So I might not need the other piece. Let's see. I want to have a few of each size. That's all I'm doing here. Yeah, I'll probably have to cut into the other piece now that I start cutting the big ones. But just cut a bunch of different sizes. Whoops. And, oh, that one, I gotta throw that one away. I slipped, I guess. Let me see, and I'll cut another small one out of this. In the center. Oops, let me just trim that away. So how have you guys been? I feel like it's been forever since I was on here. And I thought, you know what? I really need to go online. Maybe I can squeeze this size in. No. So I'll just cut a couple more of these little ones. And so I think I have plenty of these little ones. And I don't care what this is like a snowflake design on here. I'm not really caring so much about, oh, I know what was happening. This thing here, the button was getting stuck. because it wasn't punching out. All right, let's see what size. Oh, I didn't do any of these. This is a little bit smaller. But anyway, so cut a bunch of circles. And this is a great way to use up your scraps. And did I do any of these? I can't remember, so I'll do a couple of these. All right. And you can do this with anything. Like I plan on doing some of my, this is all leftover from my holiday workshop. So I plan on doing it with some of these strips. I just figured I won't do it today since I don't want to take up too much of your time. It is real, I don't know where you are, but it's nice and sunny here in Massachusetts. And okay, so I am going to take my liquid glue in my handy dandy little holder. So let me know if you're interested. I know I already sold 4 of them. I'm bringing them to the scrapbook weekend for someone. Let me get rid of my punches. Let me get those out of the way so I have a little bit more real estate to work with. All right. Oops. Close. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. Maybe I should emboss first. Yeah, let's emboss. All right, let's emboss before we play with that. That's what I should have done first. All right, let me get I'm using Versamark ink. All right, and I'm using our regular stamp. So let me stamp the inside. I'm doing a horizontal card. So when you are embossing, we have this cute little tray. It's an embossing kit. It comes with embossing buddy, and it comes with tweezers and a little brush. I cannot find my little brush and tweezers at the moment. Like I said, I've been cleaning my craft room. I'm finding things I have misplaced a long time ago, and I've lost things. I don't know where I put them, but anyway, it comes with the tweezers and a little brush. But I went ahead and grabbed my another paintbrush and some tweezers to use today. And I am using gold embossing powder. It comes in a pack. I wrote it down for you guys in case you want to get into embossing. It comes in a 3-pack. It's metallic embossing powders. And it's number 155555. You get gold, copper, and silver, and it's $18. So you need the Versamark pad, which is $9.50. And I like to suggest I like to suggest to you to buy your refills when you buy your ink pads. That way, if you're in the middle of a project, things dry out, you don't have to wait to get your refill in. So, Versamark pad, $9.50. The refill is $6. Where am I traveling to? Oh, one's in Massachusetts in Devons, and the second one is up in Portland, Maine. Okay, so I have. How are you, Kathy? All right, I have my embossing buddy, which is part of that pack. And I'm just going to rub it over my surface. It's got powder in it. It's anti-static. It just helps your ink, your embossing powder stick to only where the ink is. For the most part, anyway. So I'm going to stamp this right in the center. And I've got to stand up so that I can do this. See if I can get it close to straight. Okay, it's hard to tell. It's a clear ink. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me see if I can tilt it towards the light. If I move it around a little bit, you might be able to see. I don't know. Maybe as I was moving it, you got to see it. But that's what happens. And then what you can do is you can put it right in this tray. What I like to do is instead of just dropping in the tray, I put my reversible tweezers on it, and I'm going to dump my gold embossing powder on it, and I give it a little from the back. You're currently under the weather, but happy to find you live. Oh, I'm sorry you're not feeling good. I hope that you get better soon, Kathy. Yeah, I feel like I haven't been here in so long. Now, after you've got the powder on, this is what it looks like. It's dull, all right? And see how I didn't get any spots all around the area because I used that embossing powder. So I'm going to, let me put my glue back because I decided to switch gears. And I am going to stamp one more thing. I'm going to stamp on this circle. If I can find it. I've got everything all over the place. You should see my room. It's been such a mess because I've been so busy lately with all the different vending and my card classes. But I have been taking the time to try to clean it. Wait a second. I'm just looking for one thing. I don't know what I did with it, but I'm such a mess here. All right. I'm going to wing it. All right. So I'm going to stick this on here. Hold it down. And again, you really can't see it, but it's there. All right. Now, when I clean these, you know, I use my scrubber, my Stampin' scrubber with the mist, but you can use this Versamark can get cleaned right on that scrubber too, but I like to use my wet chamois just to get off the first layer of the Versamark. And then I'll go ahead and I'll use my scrubber for it. And that's all, just to get it. But you can clean it in your scrubber. All right, that's done. All right, we have this and this. Now we're going to put this, where are my tweezers? Let me grab the edge of this. And I really like the tweezers that come in the kit rather than these, because the ones that come in the kit have, hi Jill, you don't have the stamp set? This stamp, now you could dig up what's there, but I'm going to go ahead and just pour some more on it. And what I like about this, you know what? I don't think I did the emboss, and see how it, maybe you can see it up close. Let me point out, see how the powder stuck to other areas? I did stamp another one. I did fussy cut another one. Not fussy cut, what do you call it? Let me get that piece out of there. So I'm going to stamp it real quick, but I'm going to show you. See, that's the difference. There's a little bit of dent on this, but hopefully I can stamp around it. Use your embossing buddy. Oh, am I off the image area? How are you, Jill? I haven't been here and I miss everybody. All right, now I went and cleaned that, but that's okay. I want to make sure I have a good inking. And now, so I'll ink this up. And maybe that was a good test to show you how the difference. I hope it was a good test. We'll see. Just clean this. I'll scrub it clean later. All right. Now, let's try this again. That's the bad one. I could use my brush. I have to get some of these holes out. Hang on. I don't want to do the holes over I don't want to get them in my powder, because you saw a minute ago I got one in there. Because I'm going to be able to dump this right back into my, usually I use like old coffee filters. Oh, you know what? I went and touched that. Oh, Donna, you're making a mess today. Hang on, let's see. Let's see if I wiped out. I think I touched the happy, the H in happy. That was silly. Oh, I made a mess of this. Oh dear. But you know what? That's because I smudged it myself. But if I hadn't smudged it, I wonder if I could do it on the back. Here, I have one already done, but I wanted to show you. Hang on a sec. You know, I want to do it the right way. So let me see where my circle is. So I'm going to do it again. I can't believe I did that. I have to punch out the circles first. That was silly of me to be handling it. I have all these paper stuck in the die, so I'm trying to get it out right now. So give me 1 second. You're good? I'm glad you're good. Did you have a nice holiday? I can't believe that New Year's Eve is coming up. Oh, I have a lot of paper because I haven't cleaned this die. I cut a few today, but all right, just this last. This is probably like watching paint dry, watching me do this, huh? Sorry, guys. I really am mad at myself that I ruined that by touching it, because you don't want to touch it because it's sticky and the powder sticks to the powder sticks to the sticky ink, right? And let me see. I gotta find another place for my coffee. I've got piles upon piles in here. Okay, let me see. I have a piece of scrap somewhere. Oh, you know what? Before, I'm gonna make sure I don't touch that. All right, hang on. I am off to the side with my cutter. So bear with me 1 second while I cut another circle, and I try this for this will be the third time. And I just want to, that didn't work. I just want to get this done for you, but I want to show you. So I guess I've demonstrated a couple things today. I've demonstrated what it's like when you put your finger in it, right? And I've demonstrated, let me get these holes out. Oh, this one, see, that one came out good. Okay, now, let's start again. So this is smudged with your finger. We don't want that. But this is the one that I didn't use the embossing buddy on. So we'll go back to this one, just so you can see the difference. And I'm going to use my embossing buddy. All right. And now I can clean it for the third time. So I'm going to ink this up nice and quiet. Christmas, me too. Me too. Okay. Straight down, hold it there for a second, straight up. Okay, Donna, do not touch this. Pick it up carefully with your tweezers. Can you guys see that it's clear on there? All right. I could dip it in that, but I'm just gonna, I could just grab a little piece of paper and Now see how clean that came out? There's like no specks all over the place. Close this. Now the thing about this is this here, this little container. Let me show you. This unscrews just like this. And there's a brush, but like I said, I can't find it. I'm sure I'll find it in my cleaning. And this just pours right back into your little tub. And we tip it so we get to both sides. And I usually hit it with something just to get the last bit in there. All right, and once I'm all done with my project or that color of embossing folder, there's a little bit of resin. I'll take a wet paper towel and wipe out the inside and dry it so it's nice and ready for the next time or the next color. All right, so when you have a surface that had powder on, oh, that was the old one. Jeez, Donna, did you see what I just did? I just picked up the old one, but you saw how I'm doing very good. That'll teach me for taking last week off, huh? All right, I haven't touched this one, so let me, and this guy here, let me get my heat gun going. Yeah, it's going to be a little noisy. I have an older Stampin' Up! Heat gun. I only have one setting. There are 2 settings on these, so I don't know if you'll be able to see. And you want to get all the powder off of your desktop before you turn your heat gun on, because just, can you guys see it changing? You know it's done when it goes from that dull powder look to the shiny look. I think that's done. See how pretty that is? Let me see. It's not focusing. I don't know if you guys can see how shiny it is. I'm going to put that down. I'm going to pick up this piece. I don't really need to use my tweezer. Hey guys, I don't know what happened, but I lost my connection. But I'm back, so hopefully you guys that were watching me will find me again. I don't know what happened. That was really strange. I wonder if me using the heat gun did that. It's never happened before, but I'm going to wait a couple seconds, see if anybody finds me again. Let me know if you found me again. I'll have to put these two back together, these two videos together, part 1 and part 2. Let me see where maybe it's this. Let's see if we lose connection again. So you can kind of see here. Let me see if I can tilt it. You might be able to see that some of it's shiny and some of it's dull. So if you're back watching with me, say hello, tell me you found me again. I don't know what happened, guys. It just said broadcast has ended. And I said, well, that's a fine how do you do. All right, I'm going to go back to this. Let's see if I lose the connection again. Let me see if I can get it done fast. And it's good to have your gun heated up too. That was crazy. I hope you came back. I think I've got it all. You can do it from the back too, kind of helps it a little, but I think I've got it all. Nice and clean, right? This is the one that I touched twice, but just see up here. See, I didn't touch this area here or here, and see all that extra powder? You could take it if I didn't mess this up by picking it up, but you could use a brush to take that off. But the way that I got it, this one nice and clean, was by using that embossing buddy. You know, this little powder thing, right? This embossing buddy. That comes in the kit with the tray. Like I said, with this, the tray, tweezers, and I believe a short little brush that you could help. Like I could use the brush if I had the brush. It's a little bit wider. I could brush more of this out, but I will just clean that up later. Anyway, so this is a bad one. I'm going to get rid of that. Okay, so we have our inside and we have our outside. Let's get back to what I was doing over here. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to make a background. Let me make sure I have no powder or anything on here. Okay, put the powder away. I don't need that anymore. I'm going to use my liquid glue in my fancy little holder. So excited that I have that now. I'm just going to take all these circles. I punched, 4 different size circles, and I'm just going to put a little bit of liquid glue on the back, and I'm going to randomly put them down. And different sizes in different places. Some of them are going to be, you want to get the edges, so you don't want the edges to pop up, but you also don't want to put too much glue. I'm going to go off the edge also, like this one here. And I'm working on my silicone mat. If you missed the first part of this video, before I got bumped, I don't know why, but we'll just keep working. And I'll put the two together later on. So I am just taking all these different sizes. I have some small ones here, I know. Let's see, let me do this one. And you're just gonna put them all over. Now I could, would have been a nice idea, would have been to leave one off and make this it. That would be cute, but I could always put this there. But I was thinking of adding some gold foil to it. So let's see how this goes first. I know this is probably boring. Hi, Tiffany. How are you? Looking forward to next weekend. One there. I think maybe I'll use one of these bigger ones. And do it off the edge too. It just gives you a different look to things. It's okay. I'm on a silicone mat. Whoops. You don't want that glue on there. And now I want to do some, I think I have to punch some more. Let's see. maybe not. I do want to do one off the edge over here. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this one in half. I'm going to put part of it here. Stay. I can punch another one though. I'm going to put a little bit over here. Doing well, thanks for the mini catalog. Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad you got it. I've heard that my customers are starting to get them. I have mailed them out already. If you didn't, oh, here's some more. I knew I cut a bunch. Here's some more. I don't think I want to use another big one, but maybe this one. If you don't have a demonstrator yet, if you don't have a Stampin' Up person that you're working with, I'm going to turn it so I get more of the gold. If you don't have a demonstrator, I'd be happy to earn your business and send you a catalog. You can just reach out. You can go to, oh, I don't have my, oh, I can tell you by my little glue holder. You can go to donnascreativespace.com. And on there, there's a spot to sign up for my newsletter, but you could use it also to say you would like to get a catalog, or you can email me at donnasingleton33@yahoo.com. So now these are still a little bit wet, so I'm going to let it sit for a second, and I'm going to just adhere the inside piece to my inside of my card. My hands are sticky now. I'm going to use adhesive, my adhesive runner for this. It's a nice big straight piece. I could use, I just love this. Where's my, oh, I didn't even fold it. I had already scored it. So I'm just creasing it with my bone folder, putting this on the inside. I swear, it just looks like it's kind of dark. I don't know if anybody found me. I don't know if you were here earlier, Tiffany, but they booted me off of Facebook. I don't know why. Okay, so that's the inside that we did already. And now, let's see, it's kind of dry. The glue dries fast and sticks fast, but when it didn't have anything to stick to, as you can see, as I cut, I'm just cutting along the edge, and I'm working from the back because it's easier to kind of go right along the edge. You could do it from the front, but I think it's just easier for me anyway. And get rid of these pieces because I can put my scissor right up against the edge of the paper, the black. And if you give it time, I'm not waiting because I'm trying to get this video. I've got you guys watching. I don't want to take the time to let it dry, but if I'd let this dry, it'd be easier to cut off. It wouldn't be sticking to my scissors. Okay, and it kind of creates this fun background. See? So now I'm going to, let me get rid of this. Don't need that anymore. I'm going to put this, do I want to put this, are we putting, I'm trying to decide. My thought is this. Oh, look how pretty that is, right? So what I was thinking is now we have this circle, right? We did Happy New Year. I have punched out a circle bigger and a square. I've punched out all these different things out of the distressed paper, the distressed gold, but I don't think I like it. I don't think it looks like it's the right gold. See what I mean? Let me see if I can pull it up closer so you guys can see. It's not, it's pretty paper, but it's just not the right gold. So I cut out a couple pieces from the gold foil, and I think this works better. So I'm just going to try to figure out what I want to do with this. I thought it would be kind of pretty on, you know, a big square like this with the circle. I think I like that. And I'm going to put a ribbon. I'm going to put this ribbon around. Oh, look how pretty. Do you think that the ribbon should go under the circle? For those of you that are watching live, I think I like that. Maybe I'll tie a bow, or maybe I'll make a fake bow. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put my square on flat. Oh, sticky. Come on, my fingers. I'm gonna put this right in the center. Look at how pretty this is with those circles. Let me get it centered, as centered as possible. Now it's not stuck down yet. So I'm going to kind of, I could wrap a ribbon all the way around, but I'm going to do it the cheater's way. Ribbon kind of has either side. I am going to just lay it across, and I put adhesive on the two ends under. Hi Kay, how are you? Yeah, I think under too. I decided that before I saw your comment, but thank you, because I agree. All right, so I'm putting that over like that. Gosh, I'm not even centering it. Hang on a sec. Let me get my ribbon scissors. They cut so much better. And they're the same. They're the same. I call them ribbon scissors. They're the same scissors that Stampin' Up sells, the paper snips. But I keep one set just for cutting ribbon. Oh my goodness. You know what it is? I've got sticky fingers from using the glue. Okay. Nope, that's at an angle. Why is, because I'm working sideways. Let me do this. Let me do this. Oh, God, that was painful. Okay. They're the same scissors. I just keep one with ribbon on it. Your polka dot shirt matches your project. You're right, Tiffany. That's funny. These are the same scissors. They're paper snips. I think they're $10. They're really sharp and they're a good size. And they do come with like a cover. It's somewhere around here. But I keep one. I put a ribbon on it, and I only cut ribbon with it. That way I can cut like this one. See all the glue on it? I'll get that off later. But this way I keep my ribbon scissors nice and clean. So I'm going to put this on to the front of, I don't know which was, I think it was this way. Not that it matters, it's just a bunch of circles. I just think this made a nice background, and you could do this with a lot of, like, so I was thinking, here's another background. So I had all these scraps left over from my class. Now this is just a piece of 6x6, but look at, I could do the same thing with strips, right? And just make a really pretty background like that. So, I don't know, I save things. When I get a lot of pieces that are about the same size, I save them because I always think I'm going to do something with them. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But that would be a great thing to do with scrap. All right, so now we want a ribbon. And I'm doing it this cheater's, I call it cheater's way because I put one piece flat. So then I can just tie my ribbon up in the air like this. Make it the size I want. Keep squeezing and playing with it, right? And I do it on the bolt, so I'm not wasting too much of it. I think that's about a good size. So let's see. Let me put my ribbon scissors away. Let me cut that off. I'm going to cut this end too, but let's see. All right, so I'm going to put this up on dimensionals. I haven't used Very Vanilla in a long time. This is kind of fun. But Very Vanilla is nice to use since we have the matching envelope too. Okay, so back to this. Very elegant. This is a very elegant card. All right, so I'm just going to put this right in the center like this. Happy New Year. And then I have this bow, and let me grab a glue dot. Oh, I don't want those. I want to use up. I have so many pieces, so many rolls that are near the end that I just want to use up. And that one was a fairly new pack. All right, so I'm going to take a glue dot, and I'm going to put this. Oh, look what I just did. I pulled my bow apart. Hang on. Just a little surgery. Maybe I should have cleaned my fingers before I kept going. Okay. I got my glue dot on there still somewhere. Yeah, it's in the back. I think I'm going to grab another one because I think it might have. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I have butterfingers today. I'd like to blame it. This morning I went and got my second booster and my flu shot all at once this morning. And maybe, can I blame it on that? Can I blame my ditziness today on that? Probably not, but how do I want this? Do I want it over here? I think I like it over here. I don't want it to cover our pretty thing. I think I'll do it like this because then it won't cover it too much. Like that? Oh, Donna, which way? Where do you want to put it? Maybe I'll go a little bit away from the circle. Like on the, but I'm doing it on the ribbon, the flat ribbon. I can't decide. And I'm making a mess of this. Okay. That's it. Enough fussing, Donna. Just put the darn thing down. Okay, there we go. All right, because I didn't want it to kind of cover up our Happy New Year. But this way I used a strip, you know, just wrapped it around so it made it easy. And now I'm going and I'm just going to trim. I think that this is a nice elegant card, so I'll leave the bow tails longer. All right, so one more thing. I want to put a little bit of bling on here. Oh, I only have a few more gold. These are the festive pearls. And I do have another pack here, so I might open this. Let me see if I decide to use, I want to put a couple on here like that. Maybe I don't need to open another pack. How's that? Look at that. What do you guys think? Pretty? Happy New Year. May the peace of the season light your world, and may your new year be the brightest. Isn't that pretty? And we made our own background paper. So, there we go. That's it for today. Oh, I never washed this off. Where's my damp thing? Damp. I said damp. I wasn't swearing. You love it, Tiffany. Thank you. Thanks, Kay. I think it came out nice, and I'll have my very vanilla envelope to put it in. And I think that it's really pretty with the embossing. Now, if you don't have the stuff to emboss in gold, I can tell you that if you use soft suede or a light brown, you'll get kind of similar results. Let me see. I'm going to grab my soft suede. I'll show you, because when I did my holiday class, I'm just going to, I already wiped that off, but I'm going to clean this on the scrubber here. And I just want to show you. And I'm going to show you on, what can I show you on? A piece of, let's see. I'll just do it on the back of one of these. Oh, these are, I'm going to do it on the back of one of this. I just brushed off all the paper, but I'll show you what soft suede looks like. And I think it's a nice change, all right? Not a change, a nice, if you don't have the gold soft suede, now my ink pad is kind of used up, but if it's too dark, stamp it off a little and then stamp it. You know what I mean by stamping off is when you, like if you stamp, let's see if I can do it on this. All right, this is, and I bet you this is full strength. And now if I wanted a lighter color, I would stamp it off and then stamp it again. And it gets just a little bit lighter. It's hard to tell, but good suggestion. But I think if you don't have the gold, use your soft suede or maybe crumb cake. Try one of your browns, whatever light brown you have. And I think it's a great, because I think that would look fine, right? In soft suede, don't you? But I wanted to do something a little fancy, so I did the gold. You could do the soft suede on the inside too. So that is my project for today. I'm glad you guys joined me. And if you haven't subscribed already, if you're watching on YouTube later on, because I'll upload this to YouTube. I think I'm going to have to put these two videos together. But if you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and please hit subscribe. And oh, thank you guys. I'm getting some thumbs up and smiley faces. Thank you. Well, you guys have a great New Year's. Happy New Year. I will see next time I do this. Gosh, I don't know. The next 2 Fridays I will be away at scrapbook weekends. So I'm not sure what I'll be doing. I will see you next week, Tiffany. Yes, I will be at Tiffany's Ready, Set, Crop scrapbook weekend in Devons. It's a great weekend. She runs a great weekend, her and Karen. All right, guys. Have a great weekend. Happy New Year. See you next time. Bye-bye.